Hey everyone, it's Sarah Childress. Julia Koff and I partnered together to bring you Roger's theory of diffusion of innovations. In 2003, he developed this theory and published it. It's very useful in introducing organizational change and explaining the rate of adoption of organizational change or innovations by individuals. So the most important concept to understand in this is that a bell-shaped curve can be used to understand the rate that people adopt changes or innovations, new ideas in the workplace. So we all know the bell-shaped curve. We think about it when we think about grades or the way a curve is given in our grades after tests. I'm sure everybody remembers that from their undergraduate degrees. So apply this in the same way, but for when organizational change rolls out onto your floor. So 2.5% of the individuals in a work situation or in a setting where a new innovation is being introduced are going to be your innovators. So 2.5% of people are innovators, and these people are your out-of-the-box thinkers, your creators. 13.5% of these people are your opinion leaders. These are the highly influential people. They're helping to encourage others. 34% are the early majority. These are the individuals that are they're not creating the ideas, but they're going along with it early in the process. And then 34% are the late majority. So these are the individuals that are not excited about change, and they're a little bit resistant or hesitant to go along with the change. Now I'm going to turn it over to Julia Koff, and she's going to talk to you a little bit more about the clinical implications. Julia?
Hi all, I am here to continue to discuss the Rogers theory of diffusion of innovation that Sarah has already introduced to you. This theory originated in communication to explain how, over time, an idea or product gains momentum and diffuses or spreads through a specific population or social system. The end result of this diffusion is that people, as part of a social system, adopt a new idea, behavior, or product. Researchers have found that people who adopt an innovation early have different characteristics than those people who adopt an innovation later, which I know Sarah already briefly touched on in this presentation. When promoting an innovation to a target population, it is important to understand the characteristics of the target population that will help or hinder adoption of this innovation. This theory has been used successfully in many fields, including communication, agriculture, public health, criminal justice, social work, and marketing. The diffusion of innovation theory is used to accelerate the adoption of important public health programs that typically aim to change the behavior of social systems. For example, an intervention to address public health problem is developed, and the intervention is promoted to the people in a social system with the goal of adoption. The most successful adoption of a public health program results in understanding the target population. In 2010, Phillips and Vinton used this theory to describe intentions to adopt innovative teaching strategies in clinical educators who have participated in an online course focusing on the role of clinical teaching. Participants stated that three factors proposed in the Rogers theory of diffusion of innovation would be the most influential in the adoption of innovation teaching strategies. These three factors were compatibility, trialability, and relative advantage. Another study that used the framework of the diffusion theory was by Fabry to understand how staff perceived hourly rounding in order for senior leadership to continue to successfully roll out this new innovation in the acute care. Thanks everyone for viewing our presentation. We hope you took away something and learned more about Rogers' theory of diffusion of innovation.